What questions should you be asking a real estate agent when you're buying an investment property? Okay, guys, let's tackle this and get right into it. What should you be asking an agent when you're buying a real estate investment property? I think one of the first things you should be talking about is, does this agent have experience working with investors? Are they able to locate properties that are investor friendly? Because at the end of the day, if they're just pulling some stuff off the MLS, that's something you can really do yourself and not really need the agent. And it's not adding a lot of value, because when you're dealing with an agent, you want an agent that's working and finding properties that are off-market properties that can bring you stuff that other people don't know about. When something gets listed on the multiple listing service, it's super competitive. Everybody knows about it, and there's a lot of real estate agents that are actually investors themselves. And so you've got to have an agent that's willing to go find properties off-market, and an agent that will bring those properties to you. So the first question I've got is, do you have a strategy? Do you have a plan in finding these off-market properties? In addition to that, though, I say, hey, if you find something that seems like a really great deal, send it over to me. But what I find is I can waste a lot of time looking at deals that agents sends me and trying to comp those properties out to find out they're really not that great of deals. They're probably okay deals, but they're not good enough for me to rehab and make a profit. Because in the end, if a property doesn't need a bunch of repairs or anything like that, somebody selling the property is going to do a lot better selling it to a traditional homeowner rather than selling the property to me. So as an investor, I really want to be buying properties that I can add value, and that value may be speed and convenience of selling the property, but in lots of cases it's because the property's in pretty poor condition and the owner doesn't have the ability or want to spend the time fixing that property up and reselling that property. So one of the things that talking about the agents is they've got to realize this whole concept of what price you need to be paying for the properties. They need to understand that if somebody just wants to sell the property and make as much as possible, that's really not a good lead for me as a real estate investor. Because as a real estate investor, I'm offering speed and convenience over price, meaning you're going to get less money, but you're not going to have hassles, and it's going to happen really quickly. And so that's really what I'm offering. So I'm talking to the agents, that's the things I'm looking for. So the ideal situation when we're talking with an agent that's going to find me a property is, as you see these properties that have problems and you see somebody that just wants to get a cash offer, even though I'm going to be getting a hard money loan, you're saying we can make this happen quick and we can make it happen easy. So with most of the agents, the questions you're going to want to be saying is, don't just send me stuff on the MLS, but as you're out there and as you're marketing, as you find somebody and you see a property that's in disrepair, you could ask them if they'd be interested in a cash offer, because with a cash offer, they can leave everything the way that it is. And I'll give you an example. One of the properties I did was a home where somebody needed to move to a nursing home. It was grandpa's house. He needed to move to a nursing home. They needed to move in there pretty quickly. The house is in really disrepair. It had not been taken care of. It's held together by baling wire. It just was not in great shape. But the problem is they had enough money to put him in the nursing home for the first month, and Social Security was going to help cover that. But there was a deficiency starting that second month where they needed some money to do that. And Grandpa had all his money tied up in this property. So the question was, how can we get that money in the next month? Well, the problem is it takes a long time to sell the property on a traditional market. You've got to get a traditional loan, traditional buyer, those things. But the property was in disrepair. So if the property's in disrepair, you can't get a traditional FHA loan, conventional loan on it, which means they either have to fix the property up and sell that property at retail, but they have to spend all the money and time to fix it up, or they've got to sell it to a cash investor, or somebody's getting a hard money loan like myself, and that's what they chose to do because of the speed and convenience. Now, let's make it even better. They knew Grandpa was not going to be coming out of that rest home ever. And so what I do in those types of situations is say, hey, you guys go through the property and get everything you want. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to throw anything away, because that can be painful for people throwing away a bunch of stuff. All you got to do is get out what you want, and then you're going to sign over to me that everything else in the property I own. It's not because I want any of it. It's because it's easier for me to take care of it. It's a convenience for you. Just really nice, because then the family members go through the property, take all the stuff they want, everything else like food storage and old clothes and all that type of stuff, they just leave there. And then my guys go through the property, take all that. We hire a dumpster, bring the dumpster, throw it all in. It's a lot cheaper and easier for me to do that. The other thing, the big benefit that it does for me is it makes the deal happen, because it's going to take them months to clear out the property. And I'm saying, don't worry about it. You take what's valuable. You take what's valuable to you, memories to you. Don't worry about anything else. I'll take care of that, which gets them easier to move forward when they're dealing with a deal, so they can actually make a deal close. That's the big key to all of this. And so part of this is really just an education for real estate agents, making sure the real estate agents know, hey, I can't buy homes for retail. And the best properties that I can buy are people that aren't trying to get the best price. They're willing to trade speed and convenience over price. In situations like grandpa that has to go to the rest home, I'm a perfect solution to that. Not to mention in that scenario that none of the other family members had the $50,000 or $70,000 that would be required in order to fix the property up so they could sell the property. In its current condition, it couldn't sell. Those are the types of deals that are perfect for me as an investor. So as I'm talking to these real estate agents, I need to make sure they understand that's what's going to work for me. And as you run into those opportunities, those are the things you're going to want to send over to me. So if you're enjoying this content, please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. I know you'll get a lot of value out of it. So now the question is how do you get agents to then send those over to you or send you those leads? Well, the last thing you want to do is you don't want to just get on their hot sheets. Hot sheets is basically they get your email address and then it sends you an email every single time a property comes on the market with some criteria. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for these off-market properties. And so I tell people, hey, if it's an off-market property and you've ran the comps on that, shoot me a text with the address of what you think it's worth. I'll jump right on it and I'll get right back to you. But it's really important they understand this speed and convenience over price, and they understand properties that are in need of some repairs are typically the best deals for me. That's one of the reasons, one of the things I like to do is I'm talking to my real estate agents. So I would say it's less about asking them questions and it's more about helping to educate them on where investors fit into this overall picture and how investors can actually help people that own homes, not trying to take advantage of them, and they can get what they need out of it and we can get what we need out of it, which is an investment. We want to make a return on it. So I hope you've really been enjoying this. This is a question that's been asked. So if you've got a question, type it in the comments below and I'll put a video together just like this for you and my other subscribers. And I hope you are one. If not, please consider it. But in doing all of this, the other thing is you're going to need a property valuation analysis. I have a form that does that. It's I'll send you a copy of it. Just text me at 435-294-0433. Again, 435-294-0433. Text me your email address and I'll send you over a copy of that form. You can get it absolutely for free. Also, I've got a blog on tips to making an offer on an investment property. I'd really recommend you read up on that. It's absolutely free. I'll link it in the comments below. And I also have a video, is buying single family houses a good investment? It goes through the details. I'll put that on the screen so you can check that out. If you want help at all in real estate, investing, money, software, finding properties, check us out over at dohardmoney.com. We'd love to chat with you. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.